To all of our local, regional and international viewers, thank you kindly for choosing us here on Real TV, where we bring reality to you. My dear friends, a very warm welcome to another edition of the program Conversations with Zelisa, where we continue to inform, educate, empower and answer those unanswered questions. I am Zelisa Rupani, humbly inviting you to sit back, relax, enjoy, get your pen, get your notebook, Real TV, so you could take notes on important numbers that will be helpful for you and your loved ones. Directing this morning and in Master Control, Mr. Philip, on behalf of the team, would like to wish each and every one of you a beautiful, blessed, productive and great day today. Happy Thursday, 25th of September, 2025. A gentle reminder, it is a day and time we will never have the opportunity to ever have again in life. Don't procrastinate, don't waste your time. Do something productive and constructive with your day and time, all right? And if you're celebrating a birthday, happy birthday. If it's your anniversary, happy anniversary to you and yours, reminding you that tomorrow is not promised. So remember to say, I love you, I care about you. Thank you for being in my life. These things are important, yeah? Let's go to our quote for today, coming to us with the kind compliments of India in Style Expo, Fab India Expo. And our quote says, when you focus on problems, you'll have more problems. When you focus on possibilities, you'll have more opportunities. Let go, let it be. This too shall pass. This moment will pass. So rather than dwell on the problem, think about the solution. All right? And that came to us with the kind compliments of Fab India Expo, India in Style Expo. Let's go to the ad.
Step into the colors and flavors of India at the India in Style Expo opposite the Center of Excellence, Mokoya. Dive into our Indian Food Festival featuring a delicious variety, plus explore vibrant Indian clothing, elegant outfits for the entire family, perfect for every occasion. Open daily from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. opposite the Center of Excellence in Mokoya. Get ready, Shoguners! The Fab India Expo is back, starting on September 18th, right opposite the Medford gas station, Shoguners. Shop authentic Indian fashion, food, jewelry, home decor, and much more. Don't miss out on the Fab India Expo opposite Medford gas station, Shoguners, your one-stop cultural destination.
Welcome back to Conversations with Zelisa right here on Real TV. To all of our local, regional, international viewers, to those in Canada on the Caribbean Showtime Television in Canada, and to those on the Tego app, thanks for allowing us to be part of your lives, adding value. Knowledge is power. Today I am in conversation with two key players, dynamic players, and we're going to be talking about the Ogun Festival. Good morning and a warm welcome.
Good morning.
Ikaro. Yes. Nice. So I've learned something. Ikaro. Beautiful. Thank you. Welcome. It's great to have you. Let's talk. First, perhaps I'll have you introduce, because the names are so beautiful and they say it so flawlessly. Please introduce your name.
Okay, so I am Onika Tinomo. I'm known in the community, the Ifarisha community, as Yeye Ogun Funke.
Nice.
And I am Efundeji Ola Oshibiko. I am currently the secretary of the hosting organization for this Ogun Festival, which is Ile Ishoka. Ile Ishoka is the hosting body for this festival.
That's a heavy load to carry. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yes.
For our understanding, perhaps tell us exactly about who is Ogun and what is this festival? Before we go into the festival, perhaps we could talk a little bit about what you do and how you do it well, where it started, a little bit about the organization.
All right. So the organization Ile Ishoka means, it's Yoruba and means in English House of Unity. Ile Ishoka is an organization that has been in existence since probably in the mid-1940s.
1940s?
Yes.
Nice.
It was originally the family shrine. It's an Ifa Orisha spiritual organization.
Nice.
Looking predominantly at African spirituality as its main base.
Lovely.
So the space was originally the family shrine of the Osuna family in Sao, just off the Saddle Road area. And they were then known as the Dollies.
The
Dollies.
Dollies,
Yes.
nice.
So the shrine in itself went into abeyance for a few years, and approximately 20 years ago, it was revitalized under the leadership of Oloye Ogunriola of Ife, Lester Ogunbuale Osuna. So the family lineage continues through the Osuna family, still heading the compound at this point in time. The organization has been participating and conducting several Orisha-based activities for the number of years. Oshun Festival, Ogun Festival, Ancestral Festival, and the Ogun Ancestral Festival being the main two aspects of what we do. So this year is the 20th year of our Ogun Festival.
Nice.
And for the last 2 years, last year, we expanded a bit and we did one leg in Trinidad and one leg in Tobago.
I love that you included Tobago.
Yes.
Beautiful.
So this year we've expanded even further because the idea that we're working towards at Ile-Ishoka is to have a national Ogun festival that would incorporate the entirety of the Orisha movement in Trinidad and Tobago. So this year we have expanded it further and we've started to work with different organizations within the fraternity of the Orisha community, inclusive of Egbenise Ledomare, the Emancipation Support Committee.
Nice.
Ile-Joshi Otura Meji Awon Shun, Ishete, yes, so different organizations we've been working with and trying to get this so that somewhere in the future, it would not be the Ile-Ishoka Ogun Festival.
Yes.
It would truly be the national Ogun Festival.
I like where that is going because it adds strength.
Yes.
You know, building communities together, building different organizations together, that alliance gives you a little more power and strength.
Yes.
And perhaps it will give us, the citizens, a greater understanding of what you do and being able to appreciate and perhaps be part of it.
Yes.
Which is important. It is important that our children, just as we know about the culture and religions and things of different, you know, religious and organizations, we are now going to be aware and perhaps give birth to allowing our children, perhaps in schools, to be part of their social studies.
Yeah.
And I think that is what is important, that they understand their true heritage.
That is very correct. So the idea is that through the festivals, through various forums, to expand the knowledge base within the wider national community of what Orisha spirituality is about and the various Orisha that form that pantheon. And let me just take the opportunity to say that Orisha spirituality is a monotheistic system. There is a one, quote, God concept.
Right.
The Orisha are various manifestations of the aspect of that one creative energy. Ogun is the divinity that falls under the pantheon of metallurgy, so blacksmiths, goldsmiths, technology that we use, all of these things. That is Ogun. This year's festival is taking on an additional concept under the brainchild of Yeye Ogun Fonke with the symposium that she would be
Telling us about.
taking care of.
One of the things that I've identified, looking at some documentaries, is that very close when it comes to the East Indian culture in terms of recognizing the importance of ancestors and their contribution. And I see that cohesiveness, or more or less being the same, that rich of respect and gratitude for ancestors. And I like that, you know, acknowledging their great contribution. Yes.
The tradition and the belief is heavily based on venerating our ancestors. because without them we wouldn't be here today.
Correct.
And we are here to continue the work.
Exactly.
Yeah? So we do pay homage to ancestors. It's a big part of our practice. And we acknowledge them in a big way. We even have festivals celebrating the ancestors, like the Gungun Festival.
Very
And
nice.
so forth. And even within this festival, no
Yes.
matter which Orisha, we would always acknowledge and venerate our ancestors.
Beautiful.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. You know, economists and environmentalists speak about sustainable development, sustainability.
Yes.
You know, where this current generation has a responsibility to utilize the resources available,
Correct.
but ensuring that future generations have access to it.
Exactly.
In our spirituality, we use the same concept for our ancestors, where our ancestors have laid a foundation, and we now have a responsibility to build upon that foundation for this generation and for the generations to come.
Absolutely correct. And I think that is important. You know, when I say knowledge is power, I always like to term our youth the flowers of our nation. What is important is that we must understand that our children now, if we don't give them a solid foundation and we don't inculcate the right morals and values and the teachings
Yes.
of our forefathers and who we are and understanding their strength, then what sort of future? Because they are our leaders. What are they going to teach their kids?
quite correct.
So it's important that we ensure that that light is lighting and that fire is as bright as possible, so that they have a greater appreciation and respect for who they are.
Correct, yes, yes.
And
know?
it's also building legacy.
Exactly.
Because understanding or where we came from is Isheshe.
Isheshe.
Isheshe. And that is part of legacy building. You see, legacy building is not only in the financial aspect of it, but also understanding that we are here to do a work to carry on, to build. And this is important to understand who we are, which will mitigate the situation and issues that facing us in terms of, you see what's going on. And a lot of it has to do with not understanding our purpose, not understanding who we are.
Yes.
And if we don't know our purpose and who we are, then how can we know where we are going?
We can't move forward,
Yeah,
Mrs. Klein.
right.
Perhaps that's why this
Yes.
generation, not that we're knocking them, they feel so
Yeah.
displaced. They feel so
Exactly.
broken.
Correct.
They're looking for identity.
Correct.
They don't feel,
Correct.
you're absolutely correct when
Yes.
you said, what is the purpose? If we don't love us and we don't understand our true value,
Exactly.
then we're broken.
Yes.
We have
Correct.
we have no goals or
Yes.
no reason.
Yeah, even within our names. So that's why, you're here today and our names will be Ugun Funke and you have Efondeshi and it's
And
understanding.
it's beautiful. And that's why I ask you, because I think it is a disrespect for me to
Yeah.
mispronounce your name, because
Right.
it's so beautiful.
Right. Thank you.
And it is. And I think we should be hearing more of that from our children,
Yes.
rather than John and Mary.
Because it's
I am being
important.
honest here.
It's important.
Isn't it part
The
of our
name,
identity?
The name that they call you, because when they call you that name, it energizes something there.
Correct.
They
It
say
sets you
words are
apart.
Exactly, words are spellings and so on. So when you're called that particular name, it sends an energy to you, right? And
That's
think
true.
about it. If someone is to continuously call you,
They
like,
mispronounce,
right,
yeah. You
Fed
feel,
or something,
yes,
then
yeah.
What happens? What happens?
Yeah.
Then you feel that way.
Yes.
And then you probably start to behave that way.
I
So when we use our names to energize and
Yeah.
to really identify who we are,
Yes.
then it adds to our purpose, it
Yeah.
adds to our actions,
Yes.
it adds to our behavior, attitudes, and so
names are extremely important.
Very
You're
important,
absolutely
yes.
correct. It gives you that identity.
Yeah.
And I've always felt the names that you give your children, you don't just
Yes.
take a name and give a child. You
Yeah.
pray about it, you think about it, you look at that child, and and
Yeah.
it's important.
And,
It
and,
is.
and it is important. Unfortunately, we now have a generation coming in within our tradition who have been able to carry their names from birth. Me, for instance, had to legally change my name to a deed poll and everything. But we now have this generation who's coming in who it's on their birth certificate.
Yes. If we, but it is our responsibility to ensure that they understand how serious that is.
Yes.
And we are responsible for that change. The parents are responsible for that change and to make things happen.
And so
Beautiful.
that's one of the things that the festival aims to do by making it more public. In
Great.
years, festivals, well, let's say last 20 years or so,
Yeah.
festivals many
Yeah.
times would have been very quiet and
Yeah.
private and hidden because there's still a lot of
Yes.
stigma attached to Orisha
Beautiful.
spirituality.
Yes.
And in coming forward and having this, and so this symposium that Ogunfunke is coordinating is at Cascadia Hotel. So
And we're going to talk about that when we return. Let's go to these important messages. Do continue to stay with us.
Every word, every line, every paragraph depicts a real moment in someone's life. A father, a sister, a mother, a brother. We at Newsday are dedicated to you, the people, and through independent, unwavering journalism, strive to always bring your stories to life. Because your stories are more than just words. Newsday, independent and credible.
Need reliable auto care? Come to Champfleur Auto Services Limited, where quality meets reliability every time. We handle all mechanical repairs, provide durable batteries, tires, and precise wheel alignment. And we are the sole distributors of Davanti tires. We also carry a full range of car accessories to suit your vehicle. As a certified inspection station, we even offer fast and convenient pickup and delivery at no extra cost, so you don't have to worry about a thing. Stop by at number 1 Industrial Lane, Champfleur, or call 662-6545 or 662-6572 today. Champfleur Auto Services Limited, your one-stop auto repair shop.
Need it for your home? Need it for your business? Need it for your biggest project yet? Point Lisa Steel Products has it all. From doors, taps, locks and tools to steel beams, concrete blocks, decking sheets and everything in between. Trusted by families, trusted by builders, trusted across Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean. Call 3870418, 3870419 or connect with us on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok. Point Lisa Steel Products, where strength meets everyday life.
Your community matters, and your news deserves to be heard. From religious events and sports days to fundraisers, markets, and cultural celebrations, Real TV is your platform to share it all. Send us your announcements and let's spread the word together, because strong communities are built on connection. Real TV, real facts, real talk, real community.
Call us today at 292-6470 or WhatsApp us at 384-7142. You can also send an email to realtv.corporate@gmail.com.
You're viewing Real TV. Thanks for choosing us. Welcome back to Conversations with Zelisa right here on Real TV, where we bring reality to you. And of course, thank you so much for choosing us. A gentle reminder, at 10:30, I'll be in conversation with Sajina Kadir and Sharice Hossain. They are both attorneys at law, and they're going to be talking to us about law enforcement, justice, and public safety. But today, right now, I'm in conversation with authorities that are here to talk to us about the Ogun Festival. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Mr. Philip, can I get that flyer up, please, with regards to this wonderful festival? And I think we owe it to ourselves and our children to ensure that we make it an event a must. Please, I'll have you explain Pathways to Prosperity. This is it?
Yes.
Please, go right ahead.
Okay, so again, I'm Yeye Ogunfunke, and I'm the lead coordinator of Eshite Yeye Olugun Washe,
Nice.
which translates to the works of an Ogun priestess,
Nice.
which she came here to do.
Yes.
And one of the events taking place at the Ogun Festival starts on the 9th of October, and it's Pathways to Prosperity. It's in conjunction with the 20th Annual National Ogun Festival. And when I say in conjunction with, it's because I'm one of the organization that is collaborating with Ile Shokan,
Nice.
right, as
Yeah.
part of the entire Ogun Festival.
Okay.
So this event here, I am coordinating this event as one of the events for the festival.
Right.
On our panel for that event, we have Winston Williams,
Right.
the CEO of Financial Advisory Services Limited.
Okay.
He also agent, branch manager of Pan American,
Nice.
and he's going to be speaking on estate building and insurances.
Nice.
He's excellent. I have worked with him in the
Yes.
past, and I have found him to be very much, in terms of the knowledge that he has, to be able to bring it down to really simple information for anyone.
Okay.
So he's on the panel. We have Sheldon Thomas, marketing
Right.
manager of Exim Bank TT.
Good.
Reason being is because we want to look at the trade between Trinidad and Tobago and the African continent.
Right.
And he's going to speak more on that in terms of the accessibility
Right.
and applications and what we can do more about Exim Bank. A lot of
Okay.
people do not know what they offer, so a lot about Exim Bank and what they offer, the services that
Excellent.
they offer.
Nice.
We have the lovely Dr. Lizelle Fitzpatrick. She is a doctor. She studied Africana studies, and she's more on sacred traditions,
Good.
cosmologies, and so forth. She is the first PhD at Ohio University in that particular study.
Okay.
So we are having her on board. And she's more going to speak on the preservation and prosperity within our African heritage.
Okay.
and
Philip,
culture.
can you bring back the shot, please? Thank you.
Yeah?
Your last speaker.
Yes, and we also have Mr. Roy Gibbons. He's a playwright, director. He is a UWI lecturer, was professor, and co-founder of the Creative and Festival Department, UWI. So he's also going to talk about Gaia, which is a term used in community building, coming together as a community, to work together as a community to be able to get, do things and build on, because it is a form of prosperity when you look at it. If I can help you and you can help me, let me help you build your house. Let's come together. Let's cook a pot of food. And then when you're ready, we go down the road, we help the other neighbor.
But that's the way it used to be.
Yes.
You know, my father would tell me about when he was growing up as a child, and he said, when you were having an event like a wedding, everybody's involved.
Yes,
they all come in together, bill and attend. Yes, like you just said, you cook a pot of food and everybody's having food. There was no payment. Somebody bringing some potatoes, that's the way that it was.
Because even with marriage,
Yeah.
it's not just about the two individuals
Yeah,
coming together.
it was a community.
Two families coming
And
together.
community,
Right? So
neighbors.
community
Even
building,
when you were
yes.
building a house, my
Yes,
father said,
yes.
everybody coming and helping.
yes.
That's the way it was.
Yes.
Why? Perhaps, we kind of got disconnected
Connected.
somewhere along the
Yes,
line.
yeah.
You know? What?
You see, the old beaten adage of it takes a village to raise a child.
Correct.
We saw the child as only being the physical child, but the child was anything that you gave birth to. So when you were building a house, that was something that you were creating, you were giving birth to. So the village also raised and came together to do that. So anything that you were doing, when there was even in business, sometimes the community may simply be your extended family that would come together to give support to that. So the child, in fact, was not just the physical child, but anything to which you were giving birth to.
What a valuable point you just raised there. Even when they had, long ago, we were living with the extended family with regards to the grandparents involved, aunties, uncles. So something go wrong, they intervene. There was a discussion. We're going to have a discussion, a family discussion. You had that respect and regard for the elders, the grandparents. You know what I mean?
Because it's even understanding purpose and why is life designed the way that it is designed.
Yes.
There are reason and purpose for elders within the household.
Exactly.
Because they would have more wisdom, more
correct.
knowledge, and not to
experience,
tell you how to live your life, but to guide you,
advice and guide,
give you that advice.
You're very correct.
Yeah? And this is part of what we teach. This is part of our teachings. This is part of our belief. This is part of where we want to continue to grow and to continue to carry the tradition, understanding and giving that respect to our elders.
Exactly, that is so important. And I love that it's about building families, reaching out to the youth, the now, and being able to influence them in a positive way that they could make better choices and better decisions.
Correct.
And that's what it's really about, empowering them so we have a better future. They are a future. So let's go back. Date, place, time, cost. Where do we get tickets?
So it's at Cascadia Hotel Conference Room.
Great.
And it's only $400. Only $400. And I will stress on the only $400 because our speakers or presenters are experts in what they do, and they are doing this free of charge.
Okay.
And I think anyone should take the opportunity to grasp the opportunity of even meeting with them. This is about networking. This is about getting the opportunity to ask questions one-on-one and face-to-face, so you can have the information.
This is about empowering yourself.
Yes,
people go to the bar and they spend more than that.
Exactly.
People go to the restaurant and they spend more than that. So people make a little lime and they spend more than that. So $400 to gain that knowledge and have that interaction. It's an investment you are making with yourself.
Whether you're a graduate, a business owner, entrepreneur, whether you're a professional, young professional, personal development, one, and then you have business development. Because people think, okay, you open a business, you started a business, and that's it. It's okay, you're making money. No, there have to be financial security. What about succession planning for that business? So to be able to carry on this business, even if your children, your offspring, or whoever may not be along the same path, because you may have your children studying otherwise, or they have other businesses, but you have something that could still carry on and not be, no longer here.
I'll tell you something which is real and reality. A lot of the business people in this country, it's a fact, no hidden, it's not a secret. They send their children abroad to study, and the children decide, well, I don't want to live in Trinidad because of other opportunities. And what you've built, it's there. And your kids, it doesn't go on. From before, it was going on to generation to generation.
Yes,
that's not happening anymore. So let's quickly go back before we wrap things up in a minute. Place, time, and where do we get the tickets?
Okay, so the tickets you can contact 741-3584. And also you can reach out to 376-5687. Those two numbers to get your tickets. You can also go online at etickets.com and use the Pathways to Prosperity. You can pay for your tickets online as well.
Great. I just want to interject quickly before we wrap up. It's also in our community news. So if you've missed the numbers, you can look at the repeats and get the information. But also it's in our community news at 12 o'clock daily and 6 p.m.
Thank you.
Zelisa,
Right.
if I
Yes,
may
sir.
just
Please, sir, because we've got 1 minute to wrap.
All right, so the symposium will be the first day of the entirety of the Ogun Festival itself,
Nice.
Which is on the Thursday, the 9th. On the Friday, we're at the compound on 8 Nile Street from 6 p.m. on Thursday, and that's the Friday and the Saturday.
Right.
The 10th and the 11th. And on the 12th, we're at Woodford Square. And Port of Spain City Hall, Woodford Square, would have a market
Beautiful.
going on. There's a symposium. There'll be lectures and speakers. We're looking at the correlation between our national instrument, the steel pan,
Beautiful.
and the Orisha Ogu, and that will be featuring our Okikiola, Michael Cooper, who is from Panland.
Beautiful.
And the next weekend, we're in Tobago for the final leg of it, from the 16th to the 20th. And in collaboration with Ogunda Aturishe, one of the Orisha shrines in Tobago.
Brilliant. Let me thank you both for taking time and coming educating us this morning. And I trust and hope that you'll take the opportunity, our viewers, to take your family, your children, and let them be part of something that's dynamic. All right? I wish you continued success as you grow from strength to strength, and I'm sure we'll have much more conversations so we could talk a little bit more about the organization and make sure and get the right and relevant information out there. Yes?
Thank you
All the
very
best.
much.
You're welcome. God bless. Take care. This is where we're going to wrap things up for this segment. Stay with us. Joining us right after this break, attorney at law Sajina Kadir and Sharice Hussain. Stay with us.
Building something great? Start with the best foundation. At Badesi Transport Limited, we deliver top quality aggregate materials, fast, reliable, and right to your site. From gravel to sand to stone, we've got what you need at prices you can afford. And that's not all. We also offer equipment rentals, including trucks, backhoes, and excavators. For more information, call us at 665-3437 or WhatsApp 795-5672.
Planning a concert, conference, wedding, or cultural celebration? Let Real TV broadcast your event to the world. From live streaming and on-air coverage to global reach across TV and online platforms, we make sure your big moments are seen and heard everywhere. We offer professional production, worldwide exposure, and an unforgettable impact. Don't just host your event. Let us share it with the world. Contact Real TV today, where your story becomes everyone's experience.
Call us today at 2926470 or WhatsApp us at 3847142. You can also send an email to realtv.corporate@gmail.com.
Looking for a full-time secondary school where your child feels safe, supported, and inspired? Experience the difference at Upper Level Educational Institute. Our passionate teachers and interactive classes ensure students remain actively engaged and excited to learn. Classes are also available part-time for students, repeaters, and adult learners. Sign up for any part-time subject and get CSEC Math free. Upper Level, a great place to learn, where students come first. Register today.
You're viewing Real TV. Thanks for choosing us.
Building something great? Start with the best foundation. At Badesi Transport Limited, we deliver top quality aggregate materials, fast, reliable, and right to your site. From gravel to sand to stone, we've got what you need at prices you can afford. And that's not all. We also offer equipment rentals, including trucks, backhoes, and excavators. For more information, call us at 665-3437 or WhatsApp 795-5672.
Planning a concert, conference, wedding, or cultural celebration? Let Real TV broadcast your event to the world. From live streaming and on-air coverage to global reach across TV and online platforms, we make sure your big moments are seen and heard everywhere. We offer professional production, worldwide exposure, and an unforgettable impact. Don't just host your event. Let us share it with the world. Contact Real TV today, where your story becomes everyone's experience.
Call us today at 2926470 or WhatsApp us at 3847142. You can also send an email to realtv.corporate@gmail.com.
Looking for a full-time secondary school where your child feels safe, supported, and inspired? Experience the difference at Upper Level Educational Institute. Our passionate teachers and interactive classes ensure students remain actively engaged and excited to learn. Classes are also available part-time for students, repeaters, and adult learners. Sign up for any part-time subject and get CSEC Math free. Upper Level, a great place to learn, where students come first. Register today.
You're viewing Real TV. Thanks for choosing us.
Welcome back to Conversations with Zelisa right here on Real TV, where we bring reality to you. A very warm welcome. You know, whenever I see a familiar face or faces, I get very excited. And I have very few friends, many acquaintances. And Sajina Kadir, attorney at law, is somebody I consider a friend, very dear. Sometimes I say she's like a sister because I have full faith and trust in her. I admire her as a young woman who is fearless. She's a force to be reckoned with. I always say she's like a walking institution, an encyclopedia of knowledge. So let me say good morning and a warm welcome to attorney at law, Sajina Kadir. She's also the head, she's the brainchild behind the TTPS Community Justice Clinic, and we are joined today by this lovely attorney at law. I've had the opportunity of met you before. Yes, Sharice Hussain. Welcome, beautiful ladies.
Thank you.
Beauty and brains.
Good morning to everyone locked on and listening. You know, Zelisa, thank you for the warm welcome. It's very nostalgic returning to Sept. It's the honor is mine.
You know, I don't know if you, people still call and ask for your number. And I share that lady, that lawyer lady with the police thing, and they did people still, and that says something.
Yes.
So, you know, it's our blessing that you're here again this morning. We know that you have a lot on your plate. I know that you wear many hats as well. You do so much more than just being an attorney. There's so much more that she does in terms of reaching out in the communities and giving back, empowering people, giving of herself. So it is our privilege and blessing to have you.
Thank
and
you,
of course,
Zelisa,
Ms.
for
Hussain
your
with
warmth
us.
and your welcome.
Today we're going to be talking, you have the Justice Clinic, we
Yes.
would be talking about that. But you're also going to be talking to us about law enforcement a little bit, and justice and public safety.
Yes, definitely. You know, and I think it's important for members of the public, you know, most people may know by now, but just to understand that the TTPS Community Justice Clinic is a project that is actually in existence. This October will be our 4th year anniversary. Faithfully, the last Saturday of every month, going to 2 communities to give the free legal advice and actually to do domestic violence matters pro bono. We are doing as well, straight to court proceedings now.
Wow.
Yeah.
But that is excellent.
Yeah, and I'm sure you know the prevalence of domestic violence matters. It's too high now in our country.
That's really awesome now that you're doing that as well. Really, that is really helping families. I mean, in the 4 years, and we congratulate you. It's not something that's very easy to put together or to execute, but you do it well with your team. You have a great team.
This, just before we came on set, you know, a lot of times people see the end result, right?
Yes.
But don't see the hard work that goes into
they
it.
don't.
Yes.
They don't see the work and the energy and the time consuming.
Yeah, that's why we always say take advantage of that free service.
Yes.
And last week I was in conversation with Shalini Sankar, attorney at law, and she spoke so highly of you, you know.
She's joining us in October.
That's what she told me. And then I said to her, she was the person that introduced me to you.
Yes, yes.
And I reminded her and I said that was such a beautiful introduction. And
We're
I was
destined
telling
to meet
her.
and connect the way we have, Zelisa.
Certainly.
Yes.
You continue to help people that are broken, that are disenchanted, giving them the opportunity to stand up for their rights and what they believe in. And that is important.
It definitely
You know?
is, yes. I mean, I always say to, you know, members of the public, or even when I came off of a media program this morning, it's attorneys who have the mentality like Shalini Sankar or Sharice Hussain, who is here. Just they remember that they are human beings, even though we may have so many titles behind us, that you must put yourself in a position of understanding when somebody comes to see us in the legal clinic. You know, nobody wants to be frustrated, Zelisa. Nobody wants to have a problem, and then they're there and the service is free.
That's the win-win, you know. You
Yes.
help people. And the thing is, you understand that not everyone can afford
Yes.
to go. And so you give this, it's absolutely free. It's been really very successful for the past 4
Yes.
years. I'm saying that people still call and ask because they want to find out about it.
Yeah.
So now that we have reconnected, we are ensuring that now on our community news segment, you're going to see the flyers. We're going to have a little more of her and the other attorneys to be able to guide now and to help and to explain how best they can help when there's a legal matter and you need that legal assistance.
Yes.
Yeah?
And Sharice is very instrumental in coordinating the efforts with regard to Tobago. Maybe we can tell them where the locations are.
Yes. So
Can I get the flyer up, please? The flyer would indicate that. Mr. Can I get the flyer up, please, Philip? Great. Ms. Hussein?
Yes,
So,
so
this is
on-
what we're speaking about. Excellent.
Yes. So on Saturday, 27 September, we'll be at 2 locations in Tobago. At the
Nice.
Shore Park Regional Complex, Shore Park, Scarborough, as well as the Plymouth Community Center,
Yeah.
Plymouth,
Nice.
Tobago. So we'll be there from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. and we'll offer advice on domestic violence, matrimonial, family, divorce, custody, maintenance, land, and any non-criminal matter.
Yeah, we can't do
Very
matters
nice.
of crime because it's a project with the police service.
Right.
So,
Thank
yeah.
you, Philip. Thank you so much. So let's share the number quickly.
It's 480 1425
2-1.
21.
Yeah.
Great.
Close enough.
And so it's, if you didn't get it, that's why I always remind you to get your pen and your your notebook out. It will be on the repeats of our shows. That's today and perhaps
Yes.
leading, and also in our community news segment at 12 o'clock and 6 p.m. daily. And so you'll be, you could tell your friends and family as well.
And we know you have a great viewership in Tobago because
We
a couple
do,
times
yes.
while they say we would have seen it on Conversations with Zelisa.
Yes,
So
yes.
we're heading there. We usually do it twice for the year, but we would be only going for September, and next year, we'll put things in place to ensure that we're more often in Tobago.
Well, we're quickly coming to the end of the year, so I think
Yeah.
everybody in Tobago, make it your business. You need that help. It's absolutely free. It's just going to take you to get there, have that one-on-one in privacy, and consult with somebody who's competent. Very often we go to the wrong people for advice. Very often we take our business on the road. What you need to do is do it in confidence with people who are competent, who are trained, who are certified. This is what they know, and they will guide you to make the right choices and decisions. Knowledge is power.
Yes. I always say, when we go to these forums, as diligent legal practitioners, it's not always about litigation. I mean, the police are right on hand if a summons needs to be served or if there's a police matter, And when I speak of the police now, let me just formally say the present Commissioner of Police, Commissioner Guevara, he is very, very much in continued support of this project. It's actually there's a big emphasis now on community engagement and a community-based approach to crime fighting. So, we came off of a meeting just about a month ago, Sharice?
Yes.
Yes, with the commissioner who endorsed it and gave his full support.
Great, excellent. I know we've had Mr. Pierre, whom I, of course,
I'm now going to say, Zelisa,
Yeah.
I have to apologize for his absence. He had a meeting.
No, we respect that.
But he told me to send his regards. It's been a while. He has seen me as
yes,
well.
a gentleman I do respect as well.
Yes.
And he also in the past has been so instrumental
Yes.
in being part and ensuring this is executed the right way.
Even above his call of duty.
Oh, most
volunteering
certainly.
his time
Yes,
as well,
when he was
because
on,
he's
I
a-
remember.
as a ACP now,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
You know?
So that's an even bigger role, a
Yes.
bigger responsibility.
Yes.
And yet he understands the nature of empowering our citizens. And I really applaud him for that
Yes,
as well.
I mean, the attorneys always feel comfortable with his presence there. In many ways, he's like a mentor to us as
Yes,
well.
certainly.
So we definitely look forward to continuing this integrated approach, and even by more leaps and bounds and helping the citizenry holistically.
And I mean, that is really applaudable. I mean, 4 years and going strong.
Yes.
When you think of the hundreds of people
Yes.
that you've placed on the right in terms of mending and fixing and getting some sort of resolve,
Yeah.
some sort of closure as well.
Yes.
And that is what's important,
Yeah,
you know?
and sometimes we don't just do the litigation.
No.
Sharice has mediation background, I do as well, you know. We need to recognize that some relationships could be saved even when we are seeing people in the legal clinic, and suggest counseling where is appropriate or mediation where is appropriate so that relations could be restored. You know, so it's really adopting an integrated approach even with our
Nice.
stakeholders.
And that's where I guess your strength out of the role now hat of an attorney in terms of a mediator, you're trained and certified.
Yes.
You did that. You know, that level of competence as well could really guide, because I'm sure you'd be able to gauge, hearing the problem,
Yes.
you could say, listen, this is an option. Why don't you go for counseling? Why don't you do
Yes.
this? You would know the nature and, you know, how to
Yes.
mend in another way.
Yes, that's correct. And some relationships should be safe. And then, of course, we have the toxic ones. I mean, we see domestic violence in so many communities, but in Tobago, one of our prevalent topics is what?
Land.
Land,
Yes.
right.
Land.
Yeah,
Good.
so-
So we'll talk about that
Sure.
when we return.
Of course.
This is a program, Conversations with Zelisa, right here on Real TV. Let's go to these important messages. Stay with us.
Welcome to Tuna's Auto Spares and Accessories Limited. We supply new and foreign used parts for all makes of vehicles. Visit our locations at 247 Kakandi Road, Felicity. Call 672-7765. 158 Southern Main Road, Warrenville. Call 672-7769 and 53A Pear Road, Charlieville. Call 672-2333. You can also WhatsApp us at 469-4822 or 469-4823. Our opening hours are Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Sundays and public holidays, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Step into the colors and flavors of India at the India in Style Expo opposite the Center of Excellence, Mokoya. Dive into our Indian Food Festival featuring a delicious variety, plus explore vibrant Indian clothing, elegant outfits for the entire family, perfect for every occasion. Open daily from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. opposite the Center of Excellence in Mokoya. Get ready, Shogunas! The Fab India Expo is back, starting on September 18th, right opposite the Medford gas station, Shogunas. Shop authentic Indian fashion, food, jewelry, home decor, and much more. Don't miss out on the Fab India Expo opposite Medford gas station, Shogunas, your one-stop cultural destination.
Puja materials at perfect prices are at Prem Singh's Puja Bhavan, and for Navratri, we're fully stocked. Need mithai? We make them nice and tasty by order every day. Get fresh dahi, paper suharinis, jandi bamboo, plus wooden beedi boxes and pirhas. For your devotion, use our ready-made Devi tar. It's rich in color and made from premium ingredients. Don't miss our assortment of Ayurveda health and cosmetic products, Tulsi teas from Organic India, and a range of Girnar and GB teas. Fasting? Our QREP branch has all the vegetarian products, Indian groceries, curries, and spices you'll need. While there, have a look at our variety of healing crystal jewelry. Prem Singh's Puja Bhavan, 11 St. Ives Street, Chagonas, opposite the Charlieville taxi stand, and at the corner of Watt Street, QREP. Call 663-6084. Visit us today. It's a family tradition, serving the nation and dharma.
Gilman is a real dog, you know. Gilman is a real dog out here. Nah. That's what you saying he do? After he talked that big game and nothing? If you search up red flag, you will see he face me. I don't understand.
But he didn't do nothing wrong.
Well, how you know he do nothing wrong?
Because you could see it. You just have an opinion and you voice your opinion to your friend and making him man look like a dog.
But he's a dog.
Because you say so.
He's a dirty dog. You know the backstory here?
But if the same way you going on where you're saying and I going on where I say it, I have a different opinion to you.
Yeah, but that's my opinion.
Well, I'm not saying you can't have your opinion, but your opinion wrong.
But you know what is my next opinion? Why you minding my business?
Because you're talking loud, your business is we business.
Why I don't understand only.
You could have managed, and you could have managed.
Coming your way every Tuesday and Thursday on Real TV from 7 to 9 p.m. It's not just love. It's not just reality. It's love versus reality. Expect the passion, the drama, the twists you never saw coming, and the moments that make you question, is it true love or just reality biting back? Only on Real TV, where reality hits different.
You're viewing Real TV. Thanks for choosing us.
Welcome back to Conversations with Zelisa, right here on Real TV, where we bring reality to you. To all of our local, regional and international viewers, thank you so much for choosing us. To those of you looking at us on Tego, remember to download the app on your phone. Take us with you wherever you go, whenever, in real time, all right? And I'm excited, I'm elated, because I'm, in the company of two dynamic young ladies. And that, of course, is Sajina Kadir, attorney at law. She's also the head of the TTPS Community Justice Clinic, and attorney at law Sharice Hussain. Welcome back, ladies.
Thank you.
And let me just remind our viewers that tonight, 6 o'clock, we've got Reality and Love, and at 7:30, The Future of Talk with Heavy and TC. Great programming. You don't want to be anywhere else but here with us on Real TV, all right? And of course, these dynamic ladies are here to talk to us about the TTPS Community Justice Clinic, and this is a collaboration with the TTPS and these legal minds that combine to give free service around the country. They've been in existence for 4 years now. This lovely young lady here, she's the brainchild, and allow it to take birth, and still continues to be the light behind it, to ensure that they grow. I mean, now that I know that you deal in giving especially when it comes to divorce and cases like that, you continue to just grow and think outside of the box. You're so
innovative. So warm and nice, Zelisa. And I just want to say, remember how we were talking about the hard work behind it and stuff. I really feel the need to acknowledge the community-oriented policing section officers.
Yes,
Sharice will talk a little bit more about outreach, but they actually, play an integral role in getting the message to the target population, just like your media house would play that role. And former DCP Ms. Joanne Archie, head of TTPS Corporate Communications, and Clinton Tinton, head of senior officer in corporate communications. These people are very instrumental to the end result being so good then.
Beautiful, excellent.
And we're going to delve into some outreach actually when we head to Tobago.
Correct.
So let's talk a little bit about Tobago, which is on Saturday, CNV Day.
Saturday, the
all of our
27th.
Tobago viewers, tell your friends, tell your family members, all right? It's important that the TTPS Community Justice Clinic will be in Tobago on Saturday, set aside, and be there, get some guidance, yeah? Please.
Yes. So what would have happened was 2 weeks prior to today, we would have received our flyers, so outreach would have begun since then to bring awareness to the public of the initiative and the project that will be there on Saturday at the two venues. We, the attorneys, as well as some officers, head across to Tobago tomorrow. And as soon as we get there, we are going to do some further outreach to bring awareness to the public. So again, it's 2 locations, one in Plymouth, one in Shorpa.
Right.
And we are there from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. And it's free legal advice, so we ask that the public take advantage of it and come out. You don't need to belong to any of those 2 communities. You can belong to anywhere in Tobago, and you need to attend. If you need the advice, tell a friend, because you never know who may need that advice and may not have the ability or the financial capabilities to be able to get an attorney, so they can come and speak to one for free.
Good.
And it's also confidential.
It's absolutely free and confidential. It's legal advice. So for those of you who live in Trinidad and you may be there on the weekend, let me take advantage. You're going to be in Tobago. They want to take the weekend. A lot of people took these 2 days off because of the holiday yesterday.
That's
So
true.
if you are in
True
Tobago, exactly, true Trinis, I would love to be there. If you are in Tobago, and you're from Trinidad, then take advantage. Knowledge is power, and giving you, like Ms. Hossein would say, free legal advice, and it's very confidential.
Correct.
The business
And you
not
don't
here, there, and
need
everywhere.
to do any prior registration of any sort. So you just show up,
Brilliant.
bring whatever you need to bring for us to go through with you all. And we are there from 8 a.m. again to
I
1
like
p.m.
that you've said that. If you want to talk about some sort of land dispute, bring your documents. Make sure and take it. Or just make photocopies, take the photocopies and keep your originals. But that's a brilliant idea, and that's good information. Take it one time, so maybe they could review it, or
One time, yes.
Exactly.
We wouldn't just be given advice off the top of our head. We actually peruse the documents.
And that's something you always tell people, bring your documents.
Yes.
We don't want to just speculate. We want to see it in black and white and understand and give you the right guidance. You've always reminded people of that, so great. Yeah. Any other information we need to share?
Sometimes we tell people, walk with a form of ID, because it's a public project and it's under the umbrella of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. Walk with a form of ID for record keeping. So you're not telling your business to the TTPS intake officer, because as we say, it's confidential. But when we actually see the person, you will give us your reason, and then from we take records then. So you have your name, your ID card,
great,
and the type of matters.
They're creating a file for you already. It's starting already, right? They're igniting that flame. Now, I know traditionally your attorneys, as well as our police officers, would normally go into the communities and introduce and ensure. And I found that to be a brilliant initiative, because then you break the ice.
That is so true.
And you have that one-on-one, you have that first interaction, meeting and greeting. So when you go, you're not nervous, you don't feel, you already feel a little familiar.
Yes.
I like that.
Yeah, we were on the same team when we did the outreach in Point Lisas.
Correct.
And we actually see how the members of the public just come out and talk like normal, rather than when you go in an attorney's office, it's so stush and maybe a little uncomfortable. Let's be real. Not everybody is like that, but people have this perception or misconception of how lawyers are.
Well, a lot of people, especially when they're lawyers that are well known and popular, and you stand with them, you do feel a little intimidated, and that's just because we are human.
Yes, that's
and these
true.
little emotions. But what I love is that, like, you break the ice and you do feel comfortable. Exactly. Meet and greet, you're a little familiar. Then they feel a little comfortable to be grassroots, to speak their way, and they don't have to, they feel comfortable, and that is important, especially when you have a problem, because you could forget certain things.
That's right.
Because of fear. Exactly.
And you're correct, Zelisa, because when we on the day itself, we don't always dress, suits and that kind of thing. We dress down, so they have a sense of kind of
connection.
Yes, it feels like more human. You can relate to us. It's not as uptight as maybe comment on attorney.
That's a nice, very nice.
Put in mind that these are high intensity matters like
you
domestic
feel
violence.
like you could relate. You feel like this person. We now could feel that one-on-one to be able to say, well, yes, I've been getting licks for the past so much years.
Yeah, and
yes,
you feel somebody would listen.
You feel somebody would listen, who really would help.
Yeah.
And that is the important. Somebody who is competent, who's trained, who's certified, they know what they're about, and they can advise you, give you the best advice possible how to move forward, which avenue you should take.
Yes.
And it's free, it's confidential, and it's from people who know what they're doing. They've been doing it for 4 years, giving of themselves without a cent. It's absolutely free.
And it's private practitioners over 10 years in practice.
I mean, I applaud all of you all, because like I always tell our audience, you could be on a beach somewhere, you could be playing, and whatever, you could do whatever you do, but you take your time to invest into our citizens, and that is beautiful.
Yes, and I want to take the opportunity, as I did in another media house this morning, to say, we would love more attorneys from Tobago to jump on board the initiative as well.
Nice.
We go twice for the year, but you know, we're coming to Tobago, and we want to see if we can go even more often.
Yes.
You know, so if we encourage our colleagues, I encourage my colleagues, you know, come on board the initiative and, you know, give the gift of your time and contribute to making a difference. Like your vision statement says, Zelisa, make a difference, or, you know, make a positive impact in the country then.
And that's what we need to do. I think it's our duty and responsibility. Not many people think like that.
Yes.
But I applaud you all. Your closing
And
comments.
on that
Sorry,
note,
please.
before we close,
Sure.
we would like to pay special thanks to Miss Melissa Melville, attorney
Yes,
at law.
definitely,
She
from
is
Tobago.
a Tobago-based attorney.
Right.
She has actually embraced the initiative from the very start.
I
So she
remember
will
her. She's a
also-
darling. We interviewed her before.
That's Crystal Beans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Good. All right.
So she will also be part of the team
Excellent.
on Saturday.
Great.
So also the members or the citizenry of Tobago can also meet and greet with her as well.
Great,
You know, so it's
great.
not just a group of attorneys from
Trinidad,
Trinidad. We
yeah.
are teaming with
You have a
Miss
piece of y'all with y'all. Great, I love
Miss Melissa Melville as well.
Beautiful. Your closing
I
comments.
encourage members of the public to take advantage of the free service being offered. No registration is required. Just simply show up, and a competent attorney would definitely see about your affairs.
Excellent. Again, I'm full of gratitude and thanks for you all taking time off of your busy schedule. I know what you are like. But we are very grateful that you could share this information, that you could give of yourselves to our citizens, to empower people, to help them. And may God continue to bless you as
Thank
you
you,
grow from
Zelisa.
strength
We
to
always
strength.
appreciate your support on behalf
You're
of the team.
more than welcome. We've got it on our community news segments at 12 o'clock and then again at 6 p.m. So tell your friends and family. For those in Tobago, our Tobagoanians, and those perhaps are in Tobago from Trinidad, take advantage of this opportunity. All right? Thank you so much. This is where we're going to... You're welcome, darling. This is where we're going to wrap things up. Please respect the law of the land. Be good law-abiding citizens. Do what is right at all times. You hold the key to that. The choices you make today will determine your tomorrows, all right? And here's reminding you that with God, all things are possible. I am Zelisa Budu Singh Rupani. Thanks again for choosing us. Stick and stay with us on Real TV. See you tomorrow.